my third full challenge. I've done a Florida challenge. Last year I did the 9/11 challenge, and then this year I'm doing the full Minuteman challenge.
The Minuteman challenge is going to take us from Boston, Massachusetts, all the way through across the Hudson River into West Point, New York. About 298 miles over 5 days.
You have service members, many of them are coming off of being in hospital for a long period of time, and they need a mental recovery to tell them they can still do physical activities and challenge themselves to do physical activities. And the Ride to Recovery organization provides rehabilitation through cycling by putting on these multi-day challenge rides for somebody who for whatever reason, it could just be somebody with PTSD, and they need the support of other service members to help them get through whatever they feel from their PTSD. Or, my first time that I did a challenge, I rode with a young man who was a double below the knee amputee. He was a below the elbow amputee on one hand and was missing most of his fingers on his other hand. And he was riding an upright bicycle that the Ride to Recovery organization had specially made just for him so that he could participate in an event like this. And to know that he'd been through all of that physical recovery, now he can challenge himself to do a lifetime activity in cycling, and that's what Ride to Recovery provides.
I wanted to do it because it was just so gratifying to give back to the service members that we were riding with. You're riding along, you don't even know whether you're riding along with a wounded, injured, ill, or recovering service member. And just riding with them and just knowing that they're getting such healing from just being on this ride. And the 2012 Minuteman Challenge for Ride to Recovery is just an opportunity for me to get out there and give back, because I've never had that chance to do it with fellow service members. The American Legion is one of the key sponsors that helps provide all the meals for us at night. And we actually go to the American Legion and spend time with camaraderie, getting to know the fellow riders
and veterans. The veterans from the American Legion are also there, and it's therapeutic for everybody. It's an opportunity for veterans to talk about their experiences, and also to talk with the Iraq, Afghanistan wounded, ill, and injured service members who are veterans, who can also share their experiences from what they went through when they were deployed. So it's a therapeutic experience across the level, across all board, across the board for all veterans as they participate. And we talk during the day while we ride. You're talking with each other. You're meeting the people that you're riding with, telling your stories, or just talking about how this is your first challenge, or it's your 8th challenge, or whatever, and why do you do them? I got involved with them because I was diagnosed with cancer, and while I'm active duty, so that's what got me involved with it. And there are so many people in Ride to Recovery who have also been diagnosed with cancer or other illnesses, as well as someone you could look at and think, well, there's nothing wrong with that person at all, when in fact, they get off their bicycle and they go get their working dog, and the working dog provides them security because they have PTSD so bad that they can't. They need somebody they feel like they need somebody to protect them from other people. But you wouldn't know it from looking at them while they're riding a bike.
The neat thing that I saw last year was the gentleman that was on a tandem bike. He was sitting in the back, and his rider in the front. The guy in the back was blind. And so when they would stop, the guy in the front of the bike would go get the dog and bring the dog, and then he could get off, and he still gets to participate too.
Yep.
Even blind warriors.
To support either my sister or myself, you can go to www.ride2recovery.com. On the left side of the page, there's a link that says Sponsor a Rider, and you would enter either one of our names, and it will prompt you to make a monetary donation on our behalf. If you don't want to support us personally, then you can also just support Ride to Recovery, and there's a contribution link to just make a donation to Ride to Recovery. Of course, we'd like you to support us personally, because each time you do a challenge, you're also asking people to sponsor you. And between my sister and myself, we're trying to raise around $4,500 to make as a donation to Ride to Recovery. So you can sponsor us as a rider, or you can sponsor Ride to Recovery.
And that money will actually go to support the service members, also build bicycles for the service members, build workout facilities to give spin bikes and into near veteran hospitals and military bases.